When Lily was 6 years old, she had an invisible friend named Marcus. Her parents thought it was cute, a phase all children went through. They'd set an extra place at dinner, say goodnight to empty air, and smile knowingly at each other when Lily insisted Marcus had helped her build that impressive block tower. They were wrong. 20 years later, Lily sat alone in her apartment, staring at the rejection letter from her dream job. It was the third rejection this month, the 15th this year. At 28, she felt like she was watching her life slip through her fingers, while everyone else moved forward: promotions, marriages, houses, lives that looked like progress. Remember when you used to believe things would work out? A voice said. Lily's head snapped up. Sitting in the armchair across from her was a man she hadn't seen in 2 decades, looking exactly as he had in her childhood: messy brown hair, kind eyes, wearing the same blue hoodie he'd always worn. Marcus. She whispered. Hey, Lily. He smiled sadly. It's been a while. Lily's hands trembled. You're not real. You were never real. I made you up, did you? Marcus stood and walked to the window, looking out at the city lights. Or did you just learn to stop seeing me? I'm hallucinating. I'm stressed, I'm tired. You're lonely, Marcus interrupted gently. You're scared. You're wondering if you made all the wrong choices, and you need someone to talk to who won't judge you, who'll just listen like I used to. Lily felt tears burning her eyes. Why now? Why come back after 20 years? Marcus turned to face her. I never left. I've been here the whole time. You just stopped believing in me. He walked over and sat on the coffee table in front of her, close enough that she could see the concern in his eyes. When you were little, you talked to me every day. You told me your dreams, your fears, your wild ideas about what you'd be when you grew up. Do you remember what you wanted to be? An astronaut, Lily said automatically, or a veterinarian, or a writer. I had a lot of ideas. You had passion. You had curiosity. You believed anything was possible. Marcus's voice was soft. What happened to that girl? She grew up. She learned that astronauts need perfect vision and advanced degrees, that veterinarians work brutal hours for modest pay, that writers mostly starve. She learned to be realistic. She learned to be afraid, Marcus corrected. There's a difference. Lily wiped her eyes angrily, easy for an imaginary friend to say. You don't have rent to pay or student loans or parents asking when you are going to get a real career. You're right. I don't have any of that. Marcus leaned forward. But I do have 20 years of watching you make yourself smaller and smaller, trying to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. That marketing job you just applied for, do you even want it? It pays well. It's stable. That's not what I asked. Lily looked away. No, I don't want it. I'd be miserable. Then why apply? Because I am 28 years old with a degree I am not using and a resume full of jobs I quit because I hated them. Because everyone else has their life figured out and I am still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. She was shouting now, years of frustration pouring out. Because I am terrified that I am going to wake up at 40 and realize I wasted my entire life being afraid. The apartment fell silent except for Lily's ragged breathing. Marcus waited a moment, then asked quietly, What do you want, Lily? Really want? I don't know. Yes, you do. You've always known. You just stopped admitting it. Lily closed her eyes, and there it was, the truth she'd been running from 4 years. I want to write stories, like the ones I used to tell you when I was little. I want to create worlds and characters and make people feel things. I want to matter, even if it's just to a few readers who connect with something I wrote. Then why aren't you doing it? Because what if I fail? What if I pour everything into it and I'm not good enough? What if I end up broke and alone and everyone was right that I should have just taken a normal job and been grateful? Marcus smiled. And what if you succeed? What if you're amazing? What if you create something that touches people's lives? What if you wake up at 40 doing work you love instead of work you tolerate? That's not realistic. Neither am I, apparently. He stood up. But I'm here. I came back because you needed to remember who you were before the world taught you to play small, before fear became your primary decision maker. He walked to her bookshelf and pulled out a notebook, her old writing journal from college. full of half-finished stories she'd abandoned when she decided to be practical. You haven't written in here in 6 years, Marcus said, handing it to her. 6 years since you let yourself dream. Don't you think it's time? Lily took the notebook, feeling the weight of all those unfinished stories, all those abandoned dreams. I'm scared, I know, but you're also brave. You always have been.